Moin moin and hello, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. We left off where we... yeah, never mind, I'm not trying this again. We're gonna continue where we left off in the last episode, there we go. I got it right this time, or after the second try, I guess again. We need to harvest the field, I'm gonna park this over here, and we were also baling. And I sent the worker off to do a harvest, and as you can see, yeah, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. So they only need to do the up and down, do the AI. Let's try this one more time. Maybe they go from here. That would be very nice. Are you going backwards a little bit and then you start this way? Yes, perfect. Okay. So we are going back to baling. There we are. Put this on a GPS course. If you forgot how this works, just a PSI real quick. If you ever do baling and you want to do GPS afterwards, you know how wide your header is. You just saw me 6 meters was the header width of my header. That's different for anything you do, right? And then you put 6 meters in, and then you just do the 2 headlands, because I did 2 headlands before. And then you just use that as your GPS guidance. And then you can bail with GPS on. That's it. Well, back to work with me. So we're pretty full on our trailer here. I'd say we bring this back to the windmill and get it emptied. Yeah, I have to drive through here. I need to find... I could drive through the street. I need to find a way. Maybe we need to get... Are we owning this part? Oh no, our gas got damaged too from the hail. Ah well. It happens, right? It happens. We gotta open the lid there. Let's do that fast. It's a bit drunken there. There we go. And then we can set it to flour, also to do flour production. I know it splits the productivity between the two, but that's fine. It's not a big deal, because we can use then most of the flour for of the wheat for this year. There we go. That should do it. Hopefully we don't hit the windmill, otherwise we'll have a nice spectacular flight program going on here. Yeah, a little bit. No, oh god. Very close, very close, very close. Okay, let's get back to the job. Oh, there's leftovers. Wasn't that much left. We got it done, and we need to still move the silo. I still haven't done that. That is something I need to do offline, off camera, because if something goes wrong, I need to be able to reload the save game. And something is prone to go wrong, as always with something like that, right? It's a mod after all, so I'm not sure how good it works to move the silo. Oh, I wanna detach the... and then we can drive back the harvester to the farm. So, let's park this here. And we switch to the other Fendt, this one here. We can drive the last 1,700 liters of this. Well, not too bad, no? It's a little bit. It's some flour for us to be made. And then we also need to start the flour production, because I'm going to forget it otherwise. And then we will be here wondering, or I will be wondering, why there is no flour being made. As usual. So yeah, let's get this emptied. And then we will... Man, I need to... the bushes, the trees here. Nice to have them though. Very pretty. So let's get this started before I forget it. Like I said, I'll forget. And this will stay here as is. So let's activate this. Running. Sunflower oil is also running. We have left 3,000 liters, and then we have some stored in there already. So yeah, we need to get a little bit more sunflowers, but this will be, I think, next month we will be able to harvest our sunflowers, if I'm not completely wrong. If I remember right. Let's park the trailer somewhere here, and then I will attach the plow to this tractor, and I will send it off to do the plowing job. Should be somewhere here. Yeah, the subsoiler. Now, actually, I might need this here first. They can do the cultivating job then. There we go. Or the hoeing job even. There, even better. Let's let them do the hoeing job. Because we have done a lot of hoeing. And we can send the worker off to do a hoeing job. See? That's why it's good now. We have the second tractor. The bigger one. A 260 horsepower one. So we can send this one now. Or the other one for that matter. We could choose, right? No, I need to see which field it was. Okay, I'm gonna get the set up and then bring you back in once I have everything set up to be ready to go. Here we go, worker on the way. We are also back on the way in the Fendt, in our new Fendt, and we will start, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons, and we'll start finish to bale here. Then we need to collect the bales with the Deutz, and we'll attach the trailer probably to this Fendt, because the Deutz will not be able to pull it maybe. Probably here on flatland will be fine. Should be fine. And then we can put all the bales on there. Might need to reconfigure it to a normal trailer, so we don't have this to fight with the sides of the trailer. I need to see. And then we'll go sail the bales, obviously. I'm not gonna store them. I don't need them for anything. The goats don't need any straw. I have nothing that needs straw yet. Till we get cows, gonna be a while. So I think this is our way of doing it for now. So we finished baling here. I'm also not gonna spit out the leftover beer, we're just gonna leave it as is. And we're gonna go bring back the baler, and then we need to switch to the Deutz. Maybe I will actually first drive to the shop, reconfigure the trailer the Deutz needs to use, which is the yellow one. And because our small one is more of our delivery trailer, right, where we can load up some goods on, like maybe a seed bag or stuff like that. So yeah, we need to get the Deutz ready to work, and then we need to pick up all of the things that are there, which is quite a lot. Quite a lot of bales. I haven't counted them myself, so if you want to, feel free. Look at them once, or you can count them while pick them up with the Deutz, so it's gonna take a while. Let's get that trailer onto this tractor here, the yellow one. Because I don't know if the Deutz can handle the weight of it. Probably not. We need to get rid of the side. So I need to drive to the shop anyway first, and then we can use the trailer for some job related things. I will sell this down for an hour later. Alright, gonna get to the shop first, and then we'll get this reconfigured for some baling. Let's reconfigure fast the trailer to have not the sides on there. Do we want the front wall? No, we just want default, yes. The front wall would be okay, but I don't want to pay 450 now for it. But you just bought a new tractor. I know. That's why. Because of my spending mistake, okay? Leave me in peace. Let's get back to the farm and start loading bales on this trailer. There we go, arrived at the field with this. Now switch to the Deutz. It's so weird to see No, we need to lift it. Yep, there we go. It's so weird to see our Fendt that we usually drive all the time doing jobs for us at the moment. It's really, it was the same when I got the other Fendt first. It was exactly the same feeling. I was like, oh man, it's so weird seeing the Fiat doing jobs for us now. Like when you sit all the time in it, right? You use it all the time for like hours on end, and then suddenly it starts doing jobs for you. It's a weird feeling at first, but hey, you know, gotta get stuff done. We are going to try to spread the forks as wide as possible. Yep, like that. So we can probably pick up multiple bales. Well, let's try this out. I've never done this before with the Deutz at least. I've done bales before, but I mostly use square bales. I like them more. They don't buck around so much. You know. It's gonna not look pretty, okay? I'm just gonna be upfront with you. It's not gonna look pretty. I'm gonna try to do all of this by myself, so it is not going to look pretty. But that's fine, you know. Like, I'm here to play a game after all, and it needs to get done at some point. There we go. And the weight is doing a huge part of the job, obviously, but you know, the Deutz is holding up. I just can't attach the trailer to this because of the weight. That is the big problem we have here. We tried this one time, you saw what happened. I had to do some break dancing, some Deutz dancing, some might say. Okay, and this didn't work out as it should. Let's put the bales up and then push the forks a little up and push the bale a bit to the back. There we go. And then we're also gonna tie up directly the bales because we all know how the physics in Farming Simulator work. That will make the bales go fly, so, and I don't want that to happen. There we go. No, it doesn't look too bad, right? Can be done a little prettier, obviously. But it's not too bad overall. We're getting there, we're getting there. Is everything kinda tied down? Yeah. Need to move to the next set of bales, which are a bit more up front. So we're half field done. Not too bad, eh? Not too bad. Not too shabby. I also need to send the worker to do a new job. Probably gonna make him do the cultivating while we're still occupying. Gonna have to occupy the subsoiler. So we're gonna make him drive to the farm. And then we will attach the new stuff to it. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to do the bale loading. And then we'll bring him to probably to the animal dealer, I would think. Need to check after we're done. So this took way longer than I care to admit. Hopefully it doesn't fall down. Nope. It's Yeah, well, it doesn't look pretty, okay? It really doesn't. It's really not pretty. I need to give the Fendt, our main tractor, our highest horsepower tractor, I need to give him the cultivator, so they can go cultivating, because I finished all the hoeing jobs already, which is very nice. You cash that in a bit. And I can use the cultivator, because we are going to use the subsoiler to get rid of the hill spots in our field, because they're gonna stay otherwise, which would be very unfortunate. Let's get this connected, drive this backwards, and then we will send them off to the cultivating job, to one of them, and I can choose which one it's gonna be. 17 was cultivating, I think. No, this was baling, I think. Let's have a look. Let's do the most expensive one, 33. There we go, create job. That's down here. And then do field work there. And start job, obviously. There you go. On the job, we will turn off the doits for a moment, and then we will get into this Fendt here. I need to... No. Oh my god. Hey, you see, the bales are not happy. Yeah, something went wrong somewhere, okay? I don't know what happened. I really don't. Straw. 35. At... That's not far from here. Where is this? Take place? ISO straw. It's right across there. Well, I'm gonna get there. Sell the straw. 95,000 liters of straw. So hopefully get a little bit of money. It's not much, but yeah, I think next time I'm just not gonna do it. Let's see how much money it is, and then we will decide if we're gonna do it or not. Worker blocked by an object. Guess who blocked himself with an object? I cannot. What is happening? That's why I'm using Supercell now. Just, you know, they need to drive to the work spot, and they keep doing the same thing all the time. Yep, there again. There they go again. It's something with the street here. I think it has to do with a map. Are they doing it again? They're doing it again. What is happening? Stop doing. Drive for the street. You get paid. Jesus. Okay, well, off they go. Hopefully now. We arrived at this place where to sell the straw. It is here. Apparently it's like a... What is this? Is this like a... No, this is not where we need to give this... No, it says to give bales there, so... I guess there's a bale symbol there. Let's try and... do this. Do you do this like... Hey? Do I need to... I don't wanna... I really don't wanna... Oh, it worked. Okay, we might need to do this again. 3,200 euro is quite a bit of money for us. We can use that money. What do they do here? What is this manufacturing doing? Carpentry. Okay, then what is with the straw? It's just... I guess it's just a sell point? Well, back to the field we go. So it's attached to subsoiler. Yes, it's a subsoiler. I would assume at least, right? Like, I've looked at subsoilers and that's what a subsoiler looks like. So we are going to treat it as one, but that is fine. We're gonna take the long way around. No, actually, you know what? We will drive over our grass, which is very good for the grass, you know? Don't tell anybody. We also need to mow this, so we have some hay for the upcoming winter for our goats. Because hopefully they're gonna reproduce sooner or later, and then we have a little bit of a goat baby invasion going on, and they need food obviously, so there is that. Let's get the GPS coordinates tapped in here. One headland is perfectly fine. I'm going to enable the automatic cruise control stop, because I might be looking at something and then I will forget that this is driving, and we also need to drive the doits away. Actually, let's do that first. We can put a worker to do that. Start the doits. The doits also might need to go to the shop with the trailer to grab some fertilization stuff and some seeds. So We need to see if we need to get this done. So let's make them park here. There you go. Deutz on the move. I'm on the move in the Fendt to do the field. So let's get this done and then we need to see what we do after that. The Deutz wants to pass us here, so let's make space for the Deutz. So, we finished subsoiling. Let's drive off here. Kinda left some ruts on the ground all over the place. So next time, first the inside and then we do the headland. So let's get back to the farm. Because I looked at the stuff that we can plant now, right now, and don't have to wait for it. There is some special crops here on the map. Alfalfa and mustard. They got added in one of the recent updates, I think. And I would like to see how much we can get for that, because it matters. The money matters a lot to us. So if the prices are not as good as they should be, we'll obviously not do it. Or what means as they should be. Like if the prices are just not good, we will not do it. Let's have a look. Alfalfa. So that's 50. Okay, that's not much. How much is mustard? That looks better. 750 on the highest price. I don't know how many stages it has. We might not be able to sell it then in December. When is the harvesting time for mustard? Also August. So 1 year and then we can sell it. Alfalfa has... but you can plant alfalfa pretty much throughout the year. It's like grass. Oh, alfalfa is a feed... you know what I mean. It's for the cows, right? You can feed cows or something like that with it. I'm not entirely sure. I think we'll plant mustard. That seems like a cool idea. We need the seeder for that. Let's get the seeder attached. Check what is left in the seeder. We might need some seeds. I think I have some left on the trailer, which should be enough for the field. Yeah, we don't actually need seeds, but we can fill it up. We need some fertilizer, which we do not have here. Let's detach this, unload our fertilizer spreader, and then we can put that on. We'll release some on the ground that we can use then. We'll have some left that we'll put it in the box, obviously. You know what I mean? We don't want to ram that. There we go. Unload. And now we attach the seeder. It costs a lot of money. I wanted to plant something first, like soybeans or something like that, but then I was like, oh, let's try the mustard, you know. I looked at it. I forgot that there is special crop types here on the map, so we can try it out. Try out mustard. Takes a year to grow, about, and then we can harvest it. Put some seeds in here. Switch that to mustard. There we go. And then in the next episode, I get you. In the next episode, we're gonna plant our first time mustard and then we will see what comes out of it. A lot of episodes after that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please comment, like and subscribe if you want to see more of these types of videos. And yeah, take care of yourself. Please be nice to yourself and we see each other in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.